we may have found an angle. It took a cookbook and some makeup, and hopefully this isn't one where I look ridiculous. Not that anyone cares how I look, but I care how I look. Flosstube, it's been too long. I did a Flosstube extra, but my last actual Flosstube was actually in the Bahamas, and I think it's been a month. And I had mentioned in my last coffee chat that although life has settled down somewhat, being a nomad and living in 3 different houses and full of people, it's super hard to find time to like sit down and record and set up. Not that that's any excuse, but I want you all to know that I haven't forgotten about you, and I have been taking notes and figuring out all of the things that I want to show. So I'm hoping today will be a fun-filled episode for you all. I hope that everyone is feeling much better. I think that now that we're ending the year and gearing up for 2021, I don't know, there's like a sense of hope and that things may be going back to a somewhat new norm next year. At least that's how I'm feeling. And yeah, just new adventures. But we're not here to talk about new adventures or 2021. We're here to talk about cross stitch. If you're new to my channel, my name is Rocío. My channel is Cocohamas Stitchery. And if you're returning, hi! I'm super awkward. I am not a textbook YouTuber. Definitely not a textbook Flosstuber. I don't know what a textbook Flosstuber is, but I get real awkward, and especially when I haven't recorded in like 50 million years, I get even more awkward. I have a lot to show you all today. So I guess we're gonna do what I haven't done before. It's like the traditional Flosstube kind of like finished whips haul. Yeah, right? Stitchy Kindness, Happy Mail, and plans. I think that that's how that works. I'm still figuring this all out, but we're just gonna jump into it. So let's go into finishes, which, okay, remember how 2 seconds ago I said that I was gonna do it like in a traditional way? I was totally kidding. I'm gonna do it all over the place, but with somewhat of a structure in my head. My finish is, I finished Frankenstein. So this is Frankenstein by the Stitching Book Club. It was a stitch along that finished at the end of October. There is supposed to be a border all the way around it, but just, I mean, I did the innards and I finished out with these little bolty things, which a friend, Madam Ice, had commented that it looks like Frankenstein's bolts, like, you know, the, not traditional, but like the cartoony Frankenstein. Cartoony, you know what I mean, the one with the bolts. Anyway, I hope that's clear. And I hope this is recording. It is. So I have plans on possibly making this finish, like fully finished by myself. We'll see how that goes because I am not a sewer, so I may end up hand sewing all of this, but I want to turn this into a pillow. Since it's being turned into a pillow, oh, I'm supposed to talk about the fabric. This is stitched on 32 count Monster Mash by Picture This Plus. I have a big piece. And the camera's showing it pretty well. It's more of a limey, slimy green, and it has like some of this black modeling. I wish that I had moved this piece up a little bit to get more of that black modeling, but we'll see. We're just gonna have to see how I end up finishing it to get some of it in. The original pattern was like a monochromatic, so you could stitch it however you'd like, but I did what a lot of people did and had kind of like a color palette. So it's a bunch of Weeks dye works that I had from Stash. It's so funny to say from Stash. like I have a massive stash now. So I'm using stash. It's just, you know, gory, nasty, dirty, bloody palette. And what I did is sorry, I'm trying to see in the camera there. What I did was I tried to pick like an accent color in every block. So if you look, everything is in this, I think it was German chocolate. I may be wrong, but German chocolate, and then like I would pick an accent color. This one's not German chocolate. This one's a monochromatic just in one. I think it was called Stone. No, it was not Stone. I think it was Charcoal. Yeah. Charcoal, Charcoal, Charcoal. Then I did German chocolate. This one is Stone. This one is Stone. That's SBC for Stitching Book Club. That was that was one of those moments where I was like, who's SBC? Stitching Book Club. And the year I finished it, up here, it matches. So that was an accident, but it ended up working really well because these two have the same accent colors. These two have the same monochromatic color, and these two have the same accent colors. And then what I did was all of the little red or dots were done in that bloody red, which kind of blend a little bit. I mean, it doesn't pop red, but that's okay. So in turning this into a pillow, Stephanie from Lindy Stitches does tons of pillows, and she swears by Lady.Creates. So I went onto Lady.Creates and I looked at some finishing trim. So this is a little bit of haul sprinkled in. And I bought 3 finishing trims. I don't remember why I purchased this one. Anyway, they're the palm trims. So this color is called Bear, and it's a golden color. Bear. Then this awesome purple, glare. This awesome purple, and this one is Wizard. And this black, and this one is Licorice. So I have all of these options. I'm still confused why I ordered Bear. And I did order Bear. I wonder if I accidentally ordered Bear. Because I know for a fact I ordered Wizard and Licorice, but Bear doesn't make sense to me. Because my thought is, so when I turn this into a pillow, since I'm not doing the border, imagine. Let's use our like imagination. So this will go with either this black trim. Ooh, actually this is the first time that I'm pairing this all together. I've had it, but I'm doing it for the first time. So either the black trim or this purple trim. So I don't know. Maybe. And then I just finished watching Ellen, Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. And she just finished a pillow. Well, no, I'm sorry. Her friend Ryan just finished a pillow. And he did, it was the fluffy trim. I can't remember what the fluffy trim. Chenille? See, no. It was lace. It was lace. They did lace and the palms in the lace, and that looked really good. So something that I'm thinking about doing is ordering, again, from Lady.Creates and getting maybe a black lace, and then, so black lace, and then this purple accent palm. And then another thing I need to figure out is backing fabric. I don't necessarily want to use the Monster Mash, but maybe if I cut correctly, I don't know. It's gonna be, we'll figure this out. And we're not figuring this out anytime soon. But we're gonna figure it out eventually. And I have all of the finishings, and I will be ordering more finishings to figure it out, including backing fabric. Yeah. The hard part right now is finding backing fabric that's like Halloween-y in Christmas. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm open to suggestions or any nice tutorials on how to make a pillow. I did watch the tutorials that Stephanie from Lindy Stitches did for the palm finish. So that was super, super helpful. Thank you so much for that. I'm definitely going to be using that. I just need to figure out how to make a pillow. Okay, so then we will go into whips. I have several whips, but I have 2 current working whips in my current rotation, which I've figured out kind of my rotation and life. So I have been posting a lot on Instagram. This is the Owl Forest Embroidery Stitch Along, 100 owls. It is a, hold on. It's a 19-part series. Can you see that okay? It is a 19-part series. I don't know what part we're on, but I am basically caught up. So the only part that I'm missing, you see these owls. They released these owls on Friday, and they take me approximately 2 days to stitch each section. Today is Wednesday, so basically if I stitch Thursday, Friday, then I'm caught up for the next release. And that's kind of what I've been doing, is I'll catch up literally by Thursday, and then they release on Friday, and I'm like kind of burnt out on working on Owl Forest. So, or not Owl Forest in general, but just this project. And then when they release on Friday, I'm like, oh, that's such a cool section. I really should do it over the weekend, and then I'm ahead. And I don't, and then I wait until Thursday, and I stitch Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, and then it releases Friday. So it's a whole thing. I want to say that the last part is going to release on January 1st, like the first weekend first week of January. And like I said, they release every Friday. This is stitched on 40 count Properly Primitive by UnderTheSea Fabrics. Did I say it was 40 count? I think I did. And the thread, so Owl Forest Embroidery has their own thread that's variegated. Mine is the DMC conversion, which overall is not terrible. There are some places where the conversion, where is it? There's one owl, like, you know, that they kind of blend a little bit, but not too bad. And I'm not switching anything out. I'm just gonna stick to the DMC conversion and let it be. But one last look. So I'm excited that I have stuck with that. I was supposed to work on Athena in October. That's what I said in my last Flosstube, but I did say that my plans were gonna be loose. And they were very loose because I did not work on Athena at all. So like the one thing that I planned, I didn't even do it. What I did do was pull out Santa's Magic. So this is Santa's Magic by Mirabilia. Super sad, it's out of print. I was really, like, I have seen a lot of Mirabilia, not a lot, but I've seen a few Mirabilias in the last almost 2 years. No, 2 years, no. In the last year. Yeah, in the last year that I've been doing Flosstube, I turn a year in December, so next month. That's crazy, a year. I've seen a few Mirabilias go out of print. None of them have hit my heartstrings like this one. As soon as they announced that Santa's Magic was going out of print, I like died a little bit inside. So here's the chart. I bought this chart a long time ago, and it cost me probably like $8 or $9 because it was a used chart, but it was still in print. Now they are going for a lot more. And I don't know, so people do ask if once I finish, if I am willing to give away the chart. I don't think I'll be giving this one away because he holds such a special place in my heart, so he'll just kind of be in my collection. However, I'm constantly looking and trying to save out of print Mirabilias when I find them cheap from being resold at ridiculous amounts. So I'm constantly like looking through eBay, Etsy, Marketplace, like all of these places that I frequent. If I find an out of print Mirabilia that is highly sought after or I know is being resold for ridiculous amounts of money, I'll swipe it up and save it. And then if I know someone's looking for it, I'll reach out to that person and say, hey, I just swiped up this one and it cost X amount. And then I send it their way. I've actually gifted all of the ones that, like my multiples that I had, I've gifted them to people that I knew were looking for them because I want them to go to good homes and I don't want people to be making ridiculous amounts of money off of reselling of charts. That's my like stitchy good deed in my brain. Anyway, enough talking because apparently I talk too much. Here is Santa's magic. Here, this is a full view. And then I'll give you close up. So I am currently in a modified frat girl state. My husband is back in Nassau until further notice, and I'm here by myself. So that usually means that I can stitch and just take care of me, myself, and I really don't do much. The last time I had a frat girl week was in February. It was my husband's last business trip. And that's when I did Monster Wonder Whale and cranked that out in like a couple of days. I say a couple of days, I think it was like 4. But, you know, I sit and I don't do anything except watch TV and stitch. And sometimes I'll eat, sometimes. But usually it's like that. Here, it's been a little difficult. If you all know, Kimchi is a puppy. It's another Frenchie, my parents' Frenchie. And it's hard to stitch alone when you have a puppy because as soon as it's too quiet, then you have to go and check and see what's going on. Yeah, so it's kind of craziness. And they're outside right now, both Gazpacho. Gazpacho's loving having this like brother-cousin Frenchie vibe. And Kimchi really likes it too because he's learning a lot from Gazpacho. But anyway, so this weekend just so happened to be 24 hours of cross stitch, and it was the first time that I accidentally participated in 24 hours of cross stitch. So what I did was, if you see here, this is Brown Whisper, this gold detail, I did everything except this whisper. So starting this gold detail, all of this section, and all of this section. This is so embarrassing. And then I connected this ribbon. That's a lot of stitching. A lot of stitching. This is all Krynic, and he still has a lot of solid Krynic stitching, and I have it here. As you can see, this is 85, 085. Let's see how good you focus, camera. Let's see how good you focus. Whoa, we focused. So 085, 85, 085, 85. And I don't have much. So this little bit is going to get me through another small section, but I need to go and buy more Krynic. So this is the first time that I'm going to go into the Magic Krynic hunt. I am planning on going to 2 little needlework shops tomorrow with my sister. My sister's not a stitcher, but I think that I've mentioned before, she likes going and helping me hunt down things. So I have a couple of things that I'm going to show you all that I will be kitting up, and I will be buying more of these. I think I'm gonna do 2 or 3 more because it is solid stitching of Krynic. All of this is I mean, you can't tell obviously from the photo, but that greenish color, the dark green, that's all Krynic. It's a lot of solid stitching Krynic. You can see solid stitching Krynic. So I've had a couple of questions, and yes, I bead, I Krynic, I backstitch, I do everything as I go. And I remember when I first did this, it was on a Q-snap. I started him about a year ago, and when I was beading and doing all this stuff, people were like, oh my gosh, like, what are you gonna do? And my plan was, like with Mermaid of Atlantis, as soon as I'm done with this section 100%, like his face and his head and everything, all of this is completely finished 100%, beading, backstitching, everything. I just make the frames bigger, 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 bigger. And that's what I did with Mermaid of Atlantis. Santa's Magic is much bigger than Mermaid of Atlantis. So I've had significant difficulties finding just a comfortable way to stitch it without crunching beads and backstitching. I had a humongous hoop. I don't want to put hoop marks. Oop, I'm running out of battery. Well, that was my first battery change. Anyway, what I was saying was I had a huge hoop that I could get all of him in, but I don't want to deal with hoop marks and ironing them out. Then I bought a 17 by 17 Q-snap frame, and it worked, but I don't have a floor stand. I was contorting my body into pretzel positions to like hold it, so now I am just stitching in hand. All of this is stitched in hand. I can definitely pick out crosses that are not perfect. It doesn't bother me enough to order a floor stand and get it back on the Q-snap. It basically, I mean, it's pretty fine. It's okay. Stitching evenness is okay, but there are definitely some wonky stitches. And let me see if I can find it. There's one uncrossed cross. I don't know if you can see it somewhere. So I have to go back in and cross my uncrossed cross. It's somewhere there. Anyway, it's right there, but I don't think that the camera can pick that up. That's a lot of focusing. Anyway, so here's where I want to introduce something else that's kind of new. I learned about this through Ymir, Almond M&Ms. She's so cute, and she's been shouted out all throughout the Flosstube universe, so you go girl. She's like this crazy micro stitcher is what I'm gonna call her. She does ridiculously small stitching. Her latest feat is 1/1 on 56. No thank you, no thank you. But I learned about these through her, and then slowly, I've been hearing about them through lots of Flosstubers. So this is from S Ward Designs, Sylvia. They are project trackers, which are super cool. I'm so excited because they have the project tracker. You can put your project name, the designer, the fabric, and notes. So I just added some notes of like when my start date was, or when I took pictures of it in 2019. My start date is here, so it looks like November 27th, which I'll be coming up on a year, but I haven't been stitching on this for a full year. Then you have this calendar, and you can go through and mark off days that you've done it. So I went through my camera roll and marked off days that I know for a fact I stitched on it. I know for a fact, I don't know if I stitched straight throughout like every single day, but I know for a fact I stitched more than these days, but I just blocked those out. And then when you go down here, this was the random snow day. This project is Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World Snow Day project. So I it motivated me to bring out my Santa's magic on that random snow day while I was in the Bahamas, and worked on that and finished the mitten. And then I have pulled it out now in November, and you can see that I've been stitching on it pretty much every day. So I pulled it out 8, this is backwards, that's not an 8, that's definitely a 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 I've stitched on. And I definitely plan on stitching on it tonight. So my goal is, oh, and the cool part is, so this is 2020, 2021, then what does it say? List of floss and or conversion. It's just, this is super handy. I bought them off of her Etsy, and then, so sweet. Again, on Etsy, so this happened with Lisa and her project bag. When I went and ordered the Ort book, she messaged me on Etsy and was like, hi, Cocohamas. So same thing happened with when I went and ordered S-word designs. She sent me a message, and it was funny because she was like, is this Rocío from Cocohamas Stitchery? And then she was like, if so, you know, I want to send you some more variety so you can try them out and get your feedback and blah, blah, blah. And so she sent me quite a few. But the funny part was at the end, she was like, if this is not Rocío from Cocohamas Stitchery, please disregard everything I just said. I was dying. That was super funny. There are not many Rocíos in the world, and buying on Etsy and cross-stitching, so I mean, it's likely that it's me, but there may be other ones. I just don't know of any personally. So she sent me those, then the project trackers for 2021 to 2022. Then this is 2020 through 2022. So basically, like, you know, for different projects and lengths of time. This one is a 3-year. No, this is a 2-year also. Start 2021 to 2023. They're on really good cardstock. I used a mechanical pencil to fill all my information in, so nothing's permanent. I don't like permanence. And then 5-year projects for BAPs, or big booty projects. And last but not least, number of hours by month. Oh, that's really cool. So I hadn't seen this one fully. So you have, again, the agenda and how many hours you stitched, and you can total and tally, and again, it's for each project. I don't track my hours, probably because it would depress me to know how many hours in a day I stitch. No, that's a lie. My stitching fluctuates. For 24 hours of cross stitch, I stitched Friday night, all day Saturday, and half a day Sunday. And then Monday I did not very many hours. Tuesday I did even less than Monday. And today I doubt that I'll get much stitching other than just like night stitching, because I will be filming and editing and uploading. But on the days that I sit and stitch, as you can see, I can crank out quite a bit. I don't have any BAPs or big booty projects. I like BBP, big booty projects, BBP. So to make it PG, or no, I think you can say that word in PG. Let's make it G. So G-rated BBPs, big booty projects. I don't have any. I don't have any Heaven and Earth designs. I don't know if I will ever do one of those projects. I have so many other things that I want to do. So, but we'll see. I'm very happy with her project trackers. It's the first one that I've been like, OMG, this is like so cool, and I can't wait to just like shade off how many days I work on a project. I don't count my stitches, I don't do anything. So this was fun, and I highly recommend, great customer service, and I will definitely be purchasing more of those and slipping them into project bags, and hopefully having like a binder. Like I said, Ymir, Almond M&Ms, she has like a small binder with sleeves and she puts them in. It's so good. It's so good. So good. So it's like a cross stitch journal, which I've never had before. Let's do giveaway winner. So last week I mentioned, again, Lisa. So Lisa sent me, I bought, not this one, but an Ort book. And same thing, she contacted me on Etsy and said, hey, it's me. I would love to send you a matching project bag to your Ort book and also an additional set to give away on your channel. So she sent this one, this set for you all to win. So I am going to cut here and do a YouTube comment generator winner and put that in and we'll see who wins. So we go here and we hit paste and then we do clicky, 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 travel. And then we get the YouTube comments. 222 comments.
On what?
And a brother.
Yo, what up?
Okay, let's see who the winner's gonna be. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, winner, winner, chicken dinner, winner. K8 Creation Crafts. Ooh, Germany. Lots of German on my mom's side. I love the food too. Culture is amazing. Oh my God, the door is so cool. So, K8 Creations Crafts, and it looks like you have a YouTube channel. You do. Subscribe. So congratulations, K8 Creations Crafts. I will be commenting on your comment and just send me a message. Okay, bye. So congratulations again. I have commented on your comment by now and you can contact me so that I can get this in the mail for you. Thank you everyone again. Oh, I tried my hardest to keep up with all of the comments because I love to go through and respond to everybody who takes the time to comment. There were so many comments. So it took me forever to get through a lot of them and then I just started hearting. So please know that I read your comment. Know that even if I haven't hearted it yet, I've read it, I love it. I am so thankful for you all and I apologize if I haven't gotten to every single one of them, but it was a lot and I'm not used to that. So let's get to haul. So this haul is like this month's haul and some of the stuff that came in I've ordered from before, but it just came in. For example, okay, so this is, I posted a picture about this when I got it because I was so just amazed with the craftsmanship. This is by an Etsy shop called Wood Wool Stories. And I remember that I usually live under a rock. I've seen these in pictures of other stitchers. I've seen them like in the background, but I've never asked where they got them or what they were. But in my Etsy hunting, it came up as a recommended product. I have never been so in love. So these little sheepies are needle minders. They're so cute. And they come, so you can order some with like little witches hats and like seasonal. The little spools of thread, but they don't come off. One of these, oh, this one. This little goblet cup comes off. They come in different colors. So this can be a different color, this can be a different color, and I think the detail on the flower can be a different color. So there are different sizes. This one is the large. And so you see like a magnet. It's just, if you're looking for a high quality present that is on the more expensive side for a fellow stitcher or I don't know, someone who just appreciates really well done kind of sewing or crafting organizers. They came with these two little counting pins in the pin cushion. And so I think, and I don't have scissors with me, of course, but you can put scissors in here, needle, just like a bunch of little cuteness. And I just envision this being, you know, in my future craft station or desk or something. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. I did order this at the end of September and it did take about a month to come in. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. I will definitely link the Etsy shop below, and I just put it here. But I am thrilled. There are not very few, but there are certain objects that I purchase that just make me go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. This was an oh my gosh, that's amazing. You will not be disappointed. So yeah. And then, so this is not a purchase. I won my first giveaway ever in the whole entire world. I only enter giveaways, city noise. I only enter giveaways that I know I will be using or stitching. So I don't enter a bunch of giveaways. So maybe if I entered more, I would win more, but I only enter giveaways that I 100% will use and 100% will do. And Abby at Top Knot Stitcher had announced this giveaway forever ago. I think I like messaged her about it again. I was like, you said you were gonna give this away because you finished it and I really, really want to enter. I really, really like all the stuff, right? So I entered in her A Spooky Night to All giveaway from the Primitive Hair. This was, I may be doing all of this wrong, but I may not. So I think it was a Sassy Jack's retreat from last year, and this was what the project. And she finished it up, and I loved it. So I entered. To my surprise, I won. But Abby's so amazing that not only did she send me this, she also sent me a $25 gift card that I could use towards her shop, which I love anyway. I spend money there all the time. And she included just more little goodies. So there's like another little needle pin, which actually could go into my little needle pin cushion. And I love how this is packaged. It's in a little bottle. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's a little ghost. It's very spoopy. And then she sent another one of these. I love the wooden needle minders because they're light and they're flat, so they hold the needle really well. Then she sent these two little wooden cutouts. They're so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them either, but I have them. She sent all of the finishing, and I need in some floss. What I need to do is check and see if that's all the floss or if I need to complete it. And then with my gift card, I purchased Teresa Koget's CW sampler. It has a bird, it has pretty colors and trees and animals. And I have never done a sampler. Well, I don't know if the Owl Forest is a sampler or not, but just like more traditional, this would be one that I could possibly see myself stitching and having up on a wall. And then one thing that I definitely will be stitching is the Blue Flower Sleeping Bee. And I will also be turning it into this box. It's just, the colors are beautiful. I love it. It's super blingy. I don't know if it has beads. I don't think it has beads. No, it doesn't have beads. But I just want to do it exactly like this. So I will be kitting this up for sure. I need to check and see. 40 count. Okay, vintage fawn linen by Lakeside Linen. So we'll see if I can find that linen. If not, I'm sure I have a Frenchie attacking the door. Okay, Frenchie has stopped attacking the door. I have to go through my stash because I have stash and see if I have anything that will work. And if not, then I guess I'm gonna have to check it out. But I'm very excited about that. So that was my giveaway win. I won a giveaway. That is so cool. And I thank Abby so much. Abby also is like, I don't know, she's just so cool. Her and Jam and her shop, and she's amazing. So that was really cool. Really, really cool, really excited. I can finally say I won a giveaway. So, and then I did get my first, not my first, yes, my first Remember when I said in my Flosstube extra that I just would be happy with a napkin? I got my first napkin and it has a beautiful note on it. And this is from Jessica. She has an Etsy shop. I'll put it here because she also sent this cute little voodoo doll pin cushion. It's just, again, very spoopy. If you guys don't know what spoopy is, it's the cute version of spooky. It's not spooky, it's spoopy. So thank you so much, Jessica. You made my day. I was like my smile was like this big because I saw it was a napkin. So I'm super happy that I got a napkin. If you all want to send me napkins with little messages and stuff, let me know. So let's get to my purchases. I'm gonna divide it into purchases that I did on me, myself, and I, and then influenced purchases, and I will credit the influencer who made me purchase all the things. Forced me to purchase things. Made me. Santa's Magic went out of print. Remember that it tugged on my heartstrings really, really bad, and so I went into this, oh my gosh, I need to start looking at the old Mirabilia charts that I know for a fact I'm going to stitch at some point in my lifetime, even if I'm 227. Because if they go out of print, I'm gonna be really sad. So I am also slowly hunting and trying my hardest to find them used, so I don't have to pay full price. And since they're in print and not full price, that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. So these are from 123 Stitch though. The first one is Christmas Wishes. So another Santa. She has a few Santas, but I only really like the Santa's Magic and this one. So I got him. Then Circle of Friends. These are all ones that I didn't have. I love this one. I've seen this one stitched up a few times and I really love, love, love. This is Tree of Hope. I'm curious. What is the copyright on this? Oh, 2010. So see, Tree of Hope isn't super old. It's only 10 years old. And Circle of Friends, 2009. Christmas Wishes is 2001. Santa's Magic is 1995. So we'll see. Santa's Magic, 1995. I don't know if they have any kind of order to who or how they decide what goes out of print and what doesn't. There is a Facebook group called Mirror Mirror on the Wall, and that's where somebody does the amazing duty of posting like, hey, it looks like this one's going out of print, and then everyone scrounges to go and find it. This one is the last one that I got in this little haul, which is Dressmaker's Daughter. And this one's a 2012. So do I have any idea if any of these will be going out of print? No, but I know that I have them and I log them in my little cross stitch app. I think it's called X Stitch on iOS. And I just take a picture of it and put it in there so I don't buy duplicates either. So that was part of my haul, personal haul. And then I actually got a package from 123 Stitch yesterday. And I got the 2007 Christmas tree. This is kind of hard to find. I had put an email notification on 123 Stitch for when it came back in stock. I contacted Abby at Top Knot Stitcher, and she had difficulty finding it through Hoffman. Then I thought it was out of print. So it turns out that I guess it's not out of print because 123 Stitch contacted me through email and said it was in stock, and I have never been so fast. It was like, you know, Clay by Kim style, like go add to cart, checkout right away. And whatever was in my cart also accidentally got checked out too. It happens. So what was in my cart? I don't know. I'm actually taking this out right now. Let me check the invoice. Oh. Okay. Okay. So in my cart, when I hit checkout, I mentioned Luca S. They had a handbag kit that I had purchased. So I purchased this kit by Luca S. And the reason I did it was because it was in my cart and I hit checkout because I was trying to get the Christmas tree as fast as possible so it wouldn't get swiped out of my cart. Why did I put this in my cart? I probably put this in my cart because in my future, this is what I would like my Christmas to look like, with that beautiful chair and that gorgeous tree and nice and cold with candles and beautiful, just calm, peace, and serenity with a fluffy blanket. That's why I put it in my cart, because that's what I was needing. I'm actually missing a chart. Oh, it didn't get shipped, it's back ordered. So the other kit are these apricot bish. These apricots. I love peaches, I love apricots. They're, I think, my favorite fruit. I love anything that is peach or apricot flavored, jam, yogurt, and cross stitch kits. So it looks like when I added those two things to my cart, I was needing something comforting. And like I said, I added this and checked out so fast that the other two things came. And according to my invoice, I also got another Mirabilia Lenovo sampler. I'll insert a picture. But it looks like it's back ordered. So that'll get sent to me when it's not back ordered anymore. And again, those things were in my cart and checked out because I was rushing to get the Christmas tree. The notify when in stock. Hold on, let me put this back. The notify me when in stock option button on 123 Stitch is super useful. I have used it now for actually all of the Mirabilia kits. I did it last year for Miss New Year's Fairy and the Christmas Elf Fairy and the Halloween one. And all of those went back into stock at some point and I just would check out with them. And this Christmas tree, she has a bunch of different Christmas tree kits. They're pricey because they're fully kitted. My most favorite one is 2007, the one that I just showed. Maybe I'll get a couple of the other ones, but the one that I really wanted was that one. That one's my favorite one. So I'm not ready to dish out that money for any of the other kits. And I'm hoping that even if they go out of print, that I'm not gonna be kicking myself, because I don't know, this happens probably to other people. There's like a fine line between collecting and purchasing things because you want to stitch them. I know for a fact I want to stitch the Christmas tree 2007 at some point in my life, like when I'm 422. But the other ones, I have this thing where like I think it's more of a collector thing. Like, oh, I want to have it in my stash and say that I have it, but I don't know if I necessarily want to stitch it. So it's one of those like, do you collect or do you stitch? Neither one is wrong, but one hurts the pocket a little bit more and hurts the closet space and anyone who collecting is collecting. So I don't know. I still haven't made that decision quite yet. And as usual, even though it doesn't look like it, I am trying really hard to cut down on my purchasing. My next little section is influenced purchases. So this is a trickle-down influence purchase. This is Enchanted Cottage by Dimension Gold Petites. Luda from Cross Stitch with Luda stitched it. It is beautiful. I think she stitched it. Pretty sure she stitched it. And then Jordan Tattooed Stitcher sent me a message and was like, hey, I bought it. And then I was like, ugh, I really like it too. It's super cute. I guess I'm gonna buy it too. So I went on eBay and I found it for $15. So yeah, $15, I think. It was not expensive. I was not going to pay a boatload of money for it. So I don't know if it's out of print, in print, what, but I got that. Another thing that was influenced, someone was Tracy D or Tracy P, don't remember. She had a D-stash group on Facebook that I heard about through Leslie from UnderTheSea Fabrics group. And I had just started collecting these because of Rika House of Stitch and Stash. She was/is doing the Nora Corbett 12 Days of Christmas. So I had like 5 of them, and it just so happened that I had like 5 of them that I had ordered from 123 Stitch days before, because the other ones were out of stock. So days before this D-stash group, and she was selling this whole set. So it's all of the 12 days. She was selling the whole set for $75. So I had to do this like, oh hubby, dear hubby, we will be saving so much money if I just buy the set. And I return to 123 Stitch the 5 that I had literally just purchased. Super easy. I sent it back to 123 Stitch. They credited my account, like put the money back on my card really, really fast. It was super fine. And then obviously I used that money anyway towards other purchases. But what I'm getting at is each one of these is listed here for $12. So if you do the math, 12 times 12 is $144. I paid $75. So that was a steal. I'm super happy, and I will eventually when I'm 192, I will be stitching this. I have it in my plans. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is beautiful. 7, also beautiful. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So Rika's stitching them all on one piece of fabric. I have 170 some odd, 60 some odd years to plan how I'm gonna stitch these. It looks like the stitched area on 28 count is 4.28 inches by 7.78 inches. So about, I mean, if I had to think of a standard frame of 4x6. So I could stitch them separately and just put them in cute little frames, but that's not a standard frame. Wonder if I stitch, I don't know. I still have 160 years to figure it out. If you all have seen finished 12 Days of Christmas by Nora Corbett projects, please tag me in them, because I do want to do that sooner rather than later. Another Rika influence, if you haven't followed Rika on her Instagram, she is doing Pomegranate Santa, and it is so cute. I mean, so cute. This old little man with his, well, it's obviously Santa, but this little beard and the colors and the pomegranates, and it's just amazing. And of course, it's stitched by Rika, so Rika stitches amazingly. So I got this guy on an Etsy shop, don't remember which one. There are lots of great Etsy shops, which would be, I guess, like an online little needlework shop. and I shop through a lot of them. So what I do is, since the rule that I've learned is no chart should travel alone, I go through and check and see what other things they have, and especially if they have like a free shipping thing, even though shipping is probably not that much. If you hit a certain threshold, 25, 30, whatever the shop decides, you usually get free shipping. So I try to hit the threshold. So I also picked up Home for Christmas. Super cute. Both of these are Plum Street. This one will get kitted up. And this one is Waiting for Christmas by Sarah. I'll put the website below, but it came with little buttons. And actually it's really cool because it says here 44. I did not pay 44. I think I paid 20. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so it listed for 44. And that's the cool thing about these shops on Etsy, is some of them have like old patterns or out of prints that you can't really find anymore for an actual reasonable price. Okay, last thing that I purchased, which I only have one here because the other two books are being read somewhere else. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. Julie recommended this Frankenstein book. It's a graphic novel. I could not get through, I couldn't get through the Mary Shelley Frankenstein. Whew, it was dry. But she mentioned that she had the same issue. She finished it, but that she found this graphic novel by Gris Grimley. It's assembled from the original text by Mary Shelley, but it cut out all of the long, boring detail. The artwork is super creepy cool. Okay, that didn't show anything, but like, look at him. He's super creepy. So I decided that I'm not going to give up on Frankenstein. I am just going to change my route. This is a used book that I got through Amazon. So was not very expensive either. Ooh, that's cool. So that makes a lot of sense too. Guillermo del Toro, if you don't know him, he is amazing. So he even has a little excerpt here. He's the director of Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth is beautiful. So yeah, I'm excited about doing that. And then I had two other books that I don't have here because I have them somewhere else. And I can't think of the names. But if you watch her last video on her book talk, she throws them up there, and I was super excited to start reading again. Reading has been, ooh, good thing. Reading has been hard for me. I used to read. I used to have no problems reading. I could read a book and be engrossed in it and be page turning and just like get lost in books. Since I'm out of practice with reading, I'm having a really hard time reading. I don't know if anyone who has gone, I'm sure there are people who have gone through this. My brain starts to wander, and I start thinking about all of the things that I want to do, and then I lose focus on what I'm reading, so I'm just reading the text, but I'm not absorbing the content. And I want to get engrossed in a book again. The books that I bought through Julie's recommendations, they are super interesting for me. The storyline is great. It's a theme or just like a plot and world that I want to get into, but I'm having a hard time reading. So if you all have tips or have gone through this and then were able to get back to the reading journey and being engrossed in books again, I would love some tips. Love some tips on how to get back to that, because I definitely want to. And audio, so I did Frankenstein. Thank God I did Frankenstein through an audiobook that I couldn't even get through. Because if it were a text, I know for a fact I would have abandoned way earlier than the audiobook. But I want to physically read again. Hard things. This always happens. I did forget about one last, if it wasn't enough, purchase because I don't physically have it. I just signed up to do the bi-monthly box-to-box subscription, and the first one that I'm doing is the on-the-go stitching box. I'm excited. So you all know that last time I did the up all night stitching, which is a special edition box. That one won't come out until, I think, ships out in April. So I am one of their VIPs, and I do get a promo code. If you sign up for the box-to-box subscription option, with your first box being the on-the-go stitching box, you can use, if you want, my code COCO5. That'll give you 5% off of the first box in your box-to-box subscription. I hope I got all that right. So the next 3 that I will be doing for sure are the on-the-go stitching, rainbow stitches. I have it in front of me. Rainbow stitches, and I cannot wait for pirate life stitching. That is like super exciting. So for sure I'll be doing those next 3. Date with my stitching wasn't a theme that called to me personally. But the on-the-go stitching did. So what I did was I waited until the date with the stitching box closed, and then I started with the next one. So if on-the-go stitching isn't one that calls your attention, but for example, the rainbow stitches one does, you wait until this sign up cutoff ends, and then you can subscribe to a box, and your first box will be the rainbow stitches, and then the pirate life stitching, and then whatever follows. They have a post on their Instagram which tells you looking ahead for the box-to-box retreat subscription, did I tell you? And then the special editions. The special edition boxes are not included in the box-to-box monthly subscription. So if there's a special edition box that you really like, then just budget aside a little bit, and then they announce when the sign up will be, but you won't get your box until several months after. So anyway, if you have any questions about that, they are super helpful. Athena X Stitches also works with them and is great at answering questions, and I can do my best to answer any kind of confusion that there may be. So yeah, I am looking forward for that. They just shipped out the Nice List box. They have like a 12-day or a 25-day option. Unfortunately, during those signups, I was still in Nassau. So I didn't do any of their boxes because I wasn't gonna get them, thinking that I wasn't gonna be here. So next year for sure, I will be doing the Frogwarts one, and likely the Nice List. My plan is to keep up with Forest Embroidery Stitch Along and plow through Santa's Magic, because my goal, and I think it's an achievable goal, is to get him complete by Christmas this year. Not framed, but completely stitched by Christmas this year. I think I can do it. So I was talking to Julie about this because, like I said, she's stitching it for her snow day project. It's not an easy stitch. There's a lot of cry-knit. There are a lot of sections of confetti. You're working with a lot of different materials. And my thing is, if I'm on a roll and I'm in a project, remember I come from a monogamous stitching background where I've worked on one project and I didn't work on anything else except that one project. My thing is, as soon as that project goes to, not time out, but just like gets rotated out, I'm engrossed in a new project until I'm done with it. Like either mentally or physically done with it. I am going to ride this Santa's Magic train to the end. So this is going to be like back in macaw days where you're going to see a lot of Santa's Magic. Some things that I was thinking about doing was like, I've been watching a lot of, obviously, vlogging. I like vlogging videos, but I have loved the stitching vlogs. So I want to do one. Anastasia, I'll put her here. She has really long videos, if you're into long videos, and she lives in Beijing, and I thoroughly enjoy her content. She just did an amazing 24 hours of cross stitch vlog where she does like her food unboxings and like, you know, just 24 hours of cross stitch, and I don't know, it was like super fun. It was a great video. And I want to do that too, but I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be a 24 hours of cross stitch vlog, right? Or recap, like assigned to the event by Jen Lee. I can do just like a modified frat girl weekend vlog. So maybe I'll do that this weekend. I don't know, we'll see what I do. Aww. I know you're lazy. I know, life is rough. Puppy life is rough. Gaspacho sends you all lots of farts. Yeah, lots of farting. And lazy cuddles. He's exhausted. He's done with the puppy life. He's done with the puppy life. He wants no more puppy life. He's tired. So, all right. No, I know. But let's gain let's energy. See if you hear see, he's already coming to play with Gaspacho again. He doesn't want it. No. Help me. So Gaspacho's gonna go take a nap, but Kimchi's gonna go to the kennel, and we will see you all next time. Bye. As always, I hope you all are having just, I don't know, the best joy and bubblegum and fairy dust and just like, oh. I didn't plan this. Look at that. It even turns up, turns on. How do I turn it on? Can you see the lights? No, you can't see the lights. But yeah, so I hope you are just, you know, unicorn happiness. And I seriously just had that here because I'm a mess. I bought this at Target and it's super cute. Okay, I'm doing this rambling thing again. Have fun, get to stitching, love, have fun, be positive, joy, the things. Lots of coffee. And I will see you all hopefully in 2 weeks. I hope. I'm gonna try my best. Until next time, see ya.